Hey, sports fans, Larry Eater here. This is the Journey to Compete cross country. It's a collaboration between Nike and RunBlogRun. And tonight we're interviewing Jackson Spencer. He won the 2025 Nike Cross Nationals. He won the 2025 Brooks Cross Country Nationals. He won his state championship. And then we're going to be able to watch him in Tallahassee this weekend. Hey, Jackson, nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you too, Larry.
So, how did you get involved in running?
Um, so sixth grade was my first year that I started running. I saw a cross country flyer and I kind of just figured that I wasn't doing anything else for sport wise,
Uh-huh.
so I figured I might as well give that a try.
Yeah.
The first run we did was I don't know, it was like a 1.5 mile time trial, like a couple loops around the backyard of the school. And I was a sixth grader and I was in the middle school, so sixth to eighth grade. So
Yeah.
out of that whole thing, I got, I think, like seventh place. So I was good
Cool.
enough to go to middle school varsity. So, and that's
Um,
when they like took me seriously and they were like, Jackson, you should be on the team. And I was like, okay, might as well. So
what
yeah,
was
that's kind of how
training
it
like
started.
then, Jackson?
I'm not too sure. It was, I mean, I would just go out like for a run, and I don't. The only it was a lot of easy running. Like I
Okay.
do remember not even being able to run for more than 2 miles at a
Uh,
time without
uh-huh.
just being really really tired, even at like 10-minute pace.
Sure, sure,
So
sure.
yeah. So, but I do remember this workout we did. It was up this like neighborhood. It was like I was in Massachusetts at the time, so
Mm,
and I was in a kind of a hilly part of Massachusetts actually. So there's a what do you call it? Neighborhood like entranceway. It
yeah.
was like at the top of this hill, and then it would snake down into the neighborhood. We would do reps up that and down, like a I don't know, like it was probably I had no idea at the time, but I would guess that it was about 600 meters at
Okay.
um, looking back. So like 600-meter repeats up and down the hill. So, or like up the hill and then resting, running down the hill. So, and
Uh-huh.
then we would do like a 10-minute pace jog back to the school. So it
Wow.
was just a lot of running,
What was
or a little bit of running. Sorry.
what was your introduction to cross country in high school like?
So that year I had just moved to Utah, so
Uh,
I didn't know it at the time, but I was getting used to the elevation. So um, yeah, it was interesting. Like I was going from not really knowing how long my runs were, just running, to actually having a standardized program.
mm,
I was at Syracuse High School, and I was a freshman coming in with like I don't know. I thought I was pretty good. Just wanted to see how good I could be on the high school team. I ended up being on that varsity as well. Um, and then, yeah, every race I, it was like I was fourth on the team at the start of the season. And then every subsequent race, I would knock someone down. Like I would become third on the team and then second on the team. I could never get the first guy. His name's Jeff Qualls.
uh-huh.
That guy's I like that guy so much. But yeah, I could never beat him. So I was the second guy on the team my freshman year.
Cool.
And then yeah, it was really fun just being able to do jump up to mileage and actual stuff that I know that I knew what to do.
What do you love about cross country?
It's just it's fun. It's like it I don't know, I feel like free when I'm out running. It's just
Mhm.
a and then doing workouts, I just love to push to see how fast I can go on the workouts. So it's
Mhm.
just I don't know. I'm one of those weird people that really like it.
Cool. Do you train by yourself or do you train with your team?
I train with my team. Recently, since I've been off of my own training for Worlds, that the team I haven't really been training with the team because they're getting ready for the indoor track season, and I'm
Sure.
doing getting ready for Worlds. So, but pretty much the entire year, I'm training with my team, and we're all getting getting after it together.
How did you do? Talk to me about track and field. What's your favorite event in track and field?
Probably the mile.
Oh,
It's really
cool,
fun.
cool, cool, cool.
Yeah.
And what have you run the mile in?
My PR right now is 4 minutes and 2 seconds.
And where did you do that? Was that Arcadia?
No, it was at Hoka Festival of Miles.
Oh,
The one
cool.
that Quentin Nauman ran really fast at.
Tell me about the Hoka Festival of Miles. All I hear is really cool stuff about it.
Yeah, it was really interesting. So it was fun. Like it was actually raining the whole day before. Like it was
Uh-huh.
just down in Missouri, and
Yeah.
it made for a fun shakeout run. But yeah, the race, yeah, the race happened, or we were running through Forest Park actually on the shakeout run, and it was
I
really
know where
cool.
that's at. Yeah, yeah, it's a great park. I
Um,
went to high school in St. Louis at DeSmet,
oh really?
and yeah, and so I know the area pretty well. So
Yeah, and then so the race happened. They decided to put us all on one start line for some reason instead of the waterfall, like the two double waterfall start. They put us all on one. So
yeah.
the first time we started, it was absolutely chaotic because everyone wanted to jockey for position.
Mhm.
Like from my point of view, I look to my left, I see Quentin Nauman just gets shoved off the track and he has to run back onto it.
Wow.
Um, and then like 20 meters later, another kid, he ends up falling and I think he broke his collarbone.
Oh
So
gosh.
he broke two of his bones. I don't remember which, but he was Brian Burns' teammate.
Okay.
So it, it was really crazy. So
Wow.
they recalled the race and we had to wait like 5 more minutes to get that situated. And at that point, everyone was really nervous.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
the start ended up being a bit slow and cautious the second time around, which probably ended up in our favor just because like so no one else would fall, you know. But yeah,
Sure. Sure.
it was
Wow.
really cool.
What do you like indoor?
Yeah, indoors fun.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite indoor race? What race did you have enjoy the most?
Simplot. Simplot's the best.
Tell me about that
The
because again,
TMR.
I've heard about that one, and I heard there's a big crowd there, and they really do a nice job with it.
Yeah, it's like the Milrose of the West kind of like it's a smaller meet, more of
Uh-huh.
just like Idaho and Utah, and Wyoming, all those guys get to
Yeah.
go onto that one. So it's a really special cultural meet that they've been holding. It's so the track surface is at like 5,000 feet of elevation in this
Yeah.
big dome. My
Okay.
teammate Noah Manley was actually going to that college that hosts this race each
Cool.
year.
Cool.
But yeah, so the track it's made of wood.
Uh-huh.
It's not like a wood base, it's straight wood. Like you run and your spikes dig into the wood. And
Th-
then
yeah, see,
it's a big 200-meter track.
those are the
It's
kind of
really
tracks
cool.
I ran in the 70s. We ran on a 160-yard track, so the 3,000 was 22 and a half laps. And you could feel it. Can you feel it move? Because I
Yeah,
remember yeah, isn't that wild?
you feel the feel. It sounds like a roller coaster. It's like boom, 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 boom,
Oh
boom,
wow.
boom.
Well, now
It's so cool.
have you done the New Balance indoor as well as the Nike indoor?
Yeah, I did the New Balance. I've
Yeah.
never done a Nike indoor, and
Okay.
I won't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did the New Balance one my junior year.
Uh-huh.
I ran the 5K, and then I ran the DMR. I think I only ran two events that one. The 5K I did pretty good. I got third. Taven Kitchen and Hayden Boas beat me.
Yeah.
I ended up running 14:15 there, and
Now
the
that's your
DMR.
PB, right? Is that your PB?
Yeah, it's my personal best on the
Yeah.
track.
Cool.
Yeah, and then the DMR happened. That was the craziest race of all of indoor, I think, just because I got handed the baton off to. I was the 1600 leg in the DMR. I
Okay.
got handed the baton like I think eight seconds back from the lead.
Wow.
Um, and I I spent
Wow.
pretty much the whole entire race catching up to the guy in the lead. And yeah, with 200 meters to go, I I probably I don't know. Like with 200 meters to go, the guy was still probably 3 seconds ahead of me, and I was still had a lot of ground to gain. But I unleashed a massive kick, and then I was able to take it. It was super. It was my first ever national championship win, relay or individual.
That's awesome. So tell me, I want to talk to you about the kick. Because I thought you had a pretty darn good finish at the NXR at the Southwest Regional too. Do you do anything special to develop your finish?
Um, yeah, our team does these things called high intensity interval training.
Hmm.
It's actually a pretty common thing that most people know about, but
Okay.
the way we do it is like it's sprint intervals. So you take 15 seconds going all out, or not all out, sorry, controlled sprinting, just like because all out would be injure some, but
Yeah.
yeah, 15 seconds of sprint, 15 seconds of jog, 15 seconds of sprint. You do that like 5 or 6 times. And then it builds up to 20 seconds of sprint, 10 seconds of jog per 7. That's the most we'll do. But yeah, I haven't been doing that for Worlds because I've had a little bit of a like a thing with my leg that I've been pushing through for the last couple of races. Like it happened after NXR. On one of the long runs, my leg just started to get super fatigued, and I was like, "Oh, what's going on?"
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got to the point where it only hurts when I'm doing speed stuff. So hits are
Okay.
kind of out the door right now. But
All
I'm
right.
not too worried because it's getting a lot better and it's pretty much gone away.
Good.
But yeah, it was nice to I think it'll be fine for indoor track and then
Well,
track. So
what
yeah.
is your favorite hard session? Do you have a favorite hard session to do?
Um yeah, I like repeat 600s. Those are
Okay.
fun.
Cool.
Yeah, when you do those on and repeat Ks and repeat 600s are super fun. Especially repeat 600. My favorite grass speed workout is repeat 600s. My favorite track workout is 6 by Ks.
Okay.
Um, yeah, or repeat Ks. Sorry, I guess I said 6 by.
That's
That's what
okay.
I had on. Yeah.
Jackson, what kind of a rest do you do in between the Ks and the 600s?
Usually around 2 minutes.
Okay.
Two
Okay.
minutes
Okay.
each.
Is there a
Um,
workout you know really tells you you're fit, but you're not really fond of it?
yeah. Um, it's called it's called 4-4-4. You
Okay.
pretty much it's 4 minutes of going like a little bit faster than easy pace. So I'd say like 6:10 to 6:30.
Hmm.
And then immediately jump into 4 minutes of tempo, which is around 5:10 to 5 flat. And
Okay.
then jump into 4 minutes of like hard running, which is like 4:30, 4:40. So that's just like that's a
Wow.
painful one. And then you do that twice with like 5 minutes of rest in between. Um, and depending on how much I gap my teammates by or how fast I run, that's how that tells me how fit I am.
Okay. Now, do you have the same coach for your school as you do for your club?
Um,
Or,
I'm not sure I understand that question.
okay, so um, the way, and I'm probably talking about it old school. So you ran for your school all the way through the state meet, right?
Yeah.
Which you won. And the club or the team that you represented at um, at NXN, that's named after your school, correct?
Yeah.
But
Oh,
so
so you just
it's a
mean
running club.
like
Yeah.
the
Do you have
postseason type?
yeah? Do you have a different
Yeah,
coach postseason or not?
Doug Doug Souls is our coach for the whole entire season, and
Cool.
he's been
Okay.
my coach. Yeah, my coach for Worlds as well, so it's really good.
Awesome. Awesome. What do you like about Coach Souls? Tell me what you've learned with him.
I like the program that I just like his expertise is the probably one of the highest in the entire like high school running world, you know? He's just he has like that sixth sense, you know, like he can predict race times almost to a T even before
Uh,
you go race it, and he can like he'll tell you a race strategy, you follow it, and it works out perfectly. It's just and then his workouts, like they work, they work out.
That's cool.
So,
Did he give you any advice before the Nike Cross Nationals?
um, I told him that I really wanted to run away with it, the type, like the style that Nico Young did. And he was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you know what? If you want to, you might as well. But I want you to run just to win it for the team." So it was a conflict in my head with whether I wanted to chase national, like ever national glory, or just
Uh-huh.
a win for the team. And I ended up choosing to run for the team because I don't know, that's just I like those guys too much to, like if to potentially go out and burn out, and
Sure.
it's just, so I figured I might as well just run to win and help the team as best I can. So
Take us through the race in Portland. Was there ever a
um,
time you didn't feel confident? How tough was
yeah,
that race at Glendevere? I'm
um,
sorry, the
it was
NXN.
tough. Yeah, it was pretty tough, honestly. Like the mud, it wasn't too visible on the camera, and it wasn't a top mud, like the grass still existed, but
Yeah.
it was like a sinky mud, like when
Yep.
the ground is just super wet and you just like you step and it sucks the energy out of your legs.
Oh
That's the
yeah.
type of race it was. So I definitely none of my previous races have been that way. Not even NXN last year. That was
Mhm.
more of a top heavy mud, like
Yeah.
a top slippery mud. But yeah, it was interesting to just kind of grind it out that way. And yeah, there was the point that I was nervous during was halfway through the race when we went through the start line again. That's when I started to lose contact with the leaders, and I was just like, "Uh-oh, this this shouldn't be happening. You gotta." Because this happened to me last year as well,
Mhm.
the NXN 24.
Yeah.
That's when I was in the lead pack until then, and then I faltered, and it started to happen this last NXN, and
Mhm.
I was like, Jackson, you can't let what happened last year happen to you this year. So I decided to just suck it up and figure that I had to worry about the next 400 meters, and that's all that mattered. So then I made it back up to the pack, and then the rest of the race unlocked, and I was like, okay, good. So that was what worried me.
I walked the course the day before at NXN, and my thoughts were exactly what you were saying, was that it was going to be muddy. It could suck it in and take a lot of the kick out of you. You had a very strong finish. How did you execute that?
Um, Yeah, honestly, I just wanted to be kind of in the lead at 4K, which I think I was leading at 4K.
Yeah, pretty
But
close.
yeah, Johannes and Caden, they were sticking on me, which I I was not hoping that that would be the case. But
Hmm.
yeah, so I was expecting to be kicking from farther out. And I was kicking from far out, but yeah, it's you hit the terraces and it unlocks the rest of my kick, and I'm just like, okay, go. The finish is right there. The national title is right there. I was just like, you want it. You really need to go get it. So that's where I unleashed my full kick, or at least where I was able to.
What were your first thoughts after you crossed the line? Did you realize what you had done?
Yeah, I was just like, it was a surreal feeling just being able to complete out my season, and then yeah. First thing I feel is Johannes. He's congratulating me, and I'm just like, "You sick." But yeah, I was feeling pretty dead there, and I needed to have not like I just needed to exist on my own. So
Sure. No, I
yeah,
get
it
it.
was it was
Like
yeah, it was
the
crazy just being there, and then I see the world's guy. He comes up to me, is like, I'm the guy for Team USA. You come to our tent when you're done with everything. And I'm like, yes. I was
because
so
you
happy.
didn't know about that, right, Jackson? You didn't know that
I
the world.
I knew about that. I knew about it. So when I first learned about that, it was probably like October, September
Okay,
that I
okay,
saw a
okay.
post online about it. But
Yeah.
yeah, so it was. But I didn't I totally forgot about it during the race, and then I see the guy after the race, and I'm like, Shh, that's what that's what I just earned. So,
That's awesome. That's awesome. How do you now a little it's almost exactly a month later. Um, how do you place the Nike Cross Nationals victory for you
amongst XC races or just all races?
amongst all your races?
That one's tough. It's got to be definitely top three.
Cool.
Um,
Cool.
I would put I would put so my top three would probably be
Yeah.
the Simplot
Okay.
race, my 3200 my junior year. My second race would be NXN, and my first race probably the 4x national record.
That's
The
awesome, man. That's cool. That's cool.
yeah,
I want to take you to the Brooks cross country because you've had the Utah State meet, you had the NXR, you had the NXN, and now you're getting to one of your last domestic races, and the cross country. What did you think of the course in San Diego?
I mean it was rough. It was in rough shape
Yeah,
considering like what I because I watched all the videos. My coach told me to do homework, which homework is to go watch all the videos from the last couple of years.
sure.
And I did that, and I looked. I was expecting it to be more grassy, like,
Yeah,
but it was pretty much just mud and gravel, or not mud, sorry, dirt and gravel the whole time.
yeah,
So it
yeah,
was interesting, but it was fun. I liked the race. It that was the race that I was gonna go like a Clovis type performance for it, but then
sure.
I got a bad start, so it really messed me up. I started less more than halfway down the field, which
Uh-huh.
I wanted to start out in probably the top five. I was making sure not to go out like too hard in the first 400 because that's what everyone does, and that's
Yeah,
what like people start dying out after doing that. So it might have been a combination of like I just I had the wrong mindset of the start. That type of stuff only comes with experience. So yeah,
sure.
if I did have a next chance, I definitely would go out harder. But
Mhm.
yeah, it was unfortunate that I wasn't able to hit to my strategy, but it ended up being working out for me in the long term just because um I was able to like realize my ability to like see someone in front of me and just have the want to like catch them, just so I was just it was definitely a race that like trained my competitive abilities. So
When you started to take the lead, that was what, after 2 miles? Um,
yeah,
did you know that you had some competition over the last half mile?
I mean, yeah, I figured that the guys that I was working up to get to Marcella with, those guys were going to be really tired just because I made a really hard move up the hill.
Yeah,
That's when I kind of separated from those guys and then attached myself to Marcelo. But then I went by him, and then at that point I'm like, okay, I could potentially run away with this. And then he catches me on the downhill, and I'm like, okay, it's gonna be a battle.
yeah,
And then that's not what I wanted, but in the moment that's what I really wanted. So
yeah.
yeah,
Do you
it's really
like close races like that, Jackson?
it's really fun to have a close race.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's it's nerve-wracking, of course, but close races make the sport really fun. Like that's what I was like the whole in season. I was just hoping to have kids that I could like race with. And that's what ended up happening. So it gave me like a sense of fulfillment just having a part of that, like the competitive racing. It's fun.
When did you know you were ranked number one in the country among high school boys in cross country? Was that early in the season? Or where did you see that? Do you recall?
I knew Caden Leonard was number one for a while.
Mhm.
But after Clovis, I decided to go look, and then they said that I was number one, so it made me happy.
That's cool. That's cool. Um, what kind of special training have you done for World Cross Country?
Um, so pretty much it's been similar to what we've been doing. Just we cut out all the like the hard speed stuff and we've put in more long stuff like so. Um so the first week after the nationals, so the first out of 4 weeks, the first week was just mileage with one workout, which was I think a 4 mile tempo, maybe a
Yeah.
3 mile tempo. Um just to recover from the pounding that the nationals gives. Then the second week, that was the week that we did. Yeah, that was the first week of winter break, which means I did I think a 5 mile tempo. And I was able to run that. It was tough. That one was like dark and in the wind. I went out really hard, but it ended up being like 5:15 pace because it was like 20 mile an hour wind. And then I turned
Wow.
around and headed back, and then the wind helped me, and I was running like 450, and it felt a lot easier than the 5:15 going in. So it
Oh,
was it
yeah.
was an interesting sensation. But
Cool.
yeah,
Cool. Um,
and
Go ahead.
yeah.
What were you saying?
Oh well, I was explaining most of my work. Like so that same week I did 5 or 6 by a K
Okay.
on the track. I probably ran around 247 for almost each every rep. My fastest rep was like 245. So and that was with the 2 minutes rest. So and then fast forward to this last week, I did what was it? I know I did a 6 mile tempo, so it was a even longer tempo than normal. So
Hmm.
I guess that's how he progresses us to getting into the or progresses me to run like acclimate to a longer race because that's 1 6 miles is 1 mile longer than what my race is. So
Sure. Sure.
for almost 8K.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I was able to feel that. I went up to altitude during that one for I went up to Wyoming,
Uh-huh.
6,500 feet.
Okay.
So it definitely made that tempo a lot harder than
Wow.
normal, but especially with the 6 mile. But yeah, pretty much it was just a lot of, and then I did like a three by, I did another workout. I did like 3 by 800 at like 205 and 3 by 400 at like 58. So
Oh,
it ended
cool.
up going really good. And yeah, this is my last week. So I'm excited to run it. This is like the taperish week that we do
Sure.
before races.
Well, we're
So
going to be sending you good karma and thinking about you. And I look forward to seeing you down there. It should be a lot of fun. Um,
mhm.
I wanted to talk with you a little bit about you've had such a spectacular freshman, sophomore, and junior year, and you're having a great cross country season. Are we going to see you? Where are we going to see you indoors this year? Have you decided yet?
um, yeah, I mean, I've been invited to a couple of big ones, but they all fall really dang close. So after my world race, I'm gonna take a 2 week break off of no running,
Good.
because it's been a long season, and
Yeah.
I'll probably just be biking during that. And
Good.
then most of the major indoor races fall on the week after that, so I probably won't be doing any of those.
Okay.
But yeah, so I think my first one, I might have to pull up will you let me pull up a calendar real
Oh,
quick?
sure. Yeah. Whatever you like. Yeah. No
Okay.
problem. Not a problem at all.
All right. So looking at my calendar here, I might do an in-state race.
Okay.
I'll probably do uh I think I'll do like yeah, just two in-state races on the February 6th and the February 13th. And
Okay.
then my first big one will be Simplot, which is the
Oh,
next week.
nice. Well, you really like that one. So that should be fun.
Yeah, and then I'll probably be doing um New Balance Indoor Nationals.
Okay.
Um and I think that might just be my whole entire season. So
Cool.
4 races.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you are an NIL athlete for New Balance. Are you enjoying
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, it's really nice. I was just this whole season, I was hoping that honestly, I really like New Balance just because like I like their stuff. I like their shoes. I got introduced to all their shoes like this season. All my teammates were like, Jackson, you got to try these things. And I was like, okay, might as well. So I picked up a pair, and I was like, oh, these are amazing. So
Yeah.
and then the New Balance did end up talking to me, and they were like, Jackson, we want you to be part of our NIL program. And I was like, neat.
Cool.
So
Cool. Well,
yeah,
congratulations. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Now you have picked BYU to go to next year?
yes, I'm
Oh,
signed. So
congratulations. It's good school, and
yeah.
I've known Ed Eyestone since he was your age. So, he he was a
Oh,
very,
that's so
very
cool.
good cross country runner. He did world cross, I think, 5 times, and then
Oh,
he made 2 Olympic teams. And but he's a good guy. You're going to be with some really good people.
yeah, it's super cool. Thank you.
What are your goals for outdoor season? Do you have goals like, I mean, you've run a 4:02. Um, do you have a dream time? And if you don't want to talk about it, I understand that too. I understand you've there's a lot of pressure, I think, sometimes, for young athletes. And so I try to respect that as well. But if you're interested in talking about it, I'd be fascinated.
Um, so there's a saying that like Taven Kitchen actually told this to me. And I was telling him that I wanted to win NXN, and he was like, Jackson, you can't be saying that. It's like blowing the birthday candles. Oh, geez, this is. It's like blowing the birthday candles out of a cake too early. And I'm like, or it's like talking. It's like he
Sure.
said, it's like saying your wish and then blowing out your candles instead of saying
Okay.
it in your
Okay.
head.
Cool.
But I will tell you my 800 goal.
Okay.
I want to go sub 147. That's what I want to do.
Wow. That's
So
awesome. Oh man, that is fast. That's cool.
that would be insane. I
Yeah.
ran 149 last year, so I think it's possible.
Uh-huh.
So we'll have to see what I can do this year.
The do you like the 5,000 distance on the track, or do you prefer the mile and the 800?
I like the 5K. It
Yeah.
on an indoor track, it's kind of tedious
Yeah.
having 25 laps and all.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I learned that doing it my junior year,
Uh-huh.
but I've not learned my lesson, and I'm gonna go back and do it at New Balance indoor. So
Awesome.
the 5K.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah, so that would be
Jackson,
fun.
thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate it. I've really enjoyed asking you questions. So I was talking to uh, Bobby Thomas. He won the World Junior Cross Country for the U.S. in 1975, and the U.S. team won the gold medal that year.
Wow,
And it was in Rabat, Morocco, and
that's neat.
he ran against a whole bunch of Olympians, and he thought that people might have a bigger kick than him, so he didn't go out too hard, and then he ran his race. And the thing that he said for me to tell you is to make sure you run your race, nobody else's, and wished you good luck. So, on behalf
Cool.
of Bobby Thomas and the readers of Run Blog Run, we're going to wish you a lot of good luck this week, my friend.
Thank you so much, Thomas, and you, Larry.
Oh, no
So
problem.
it's neat.
And thank you again for taking the time. I know it's late and you probably need to grab some dinner and do some studies, but thank you again, Jackson. I really appreciate it. We're with Jackson Spencer. He's the NXN champion for 2025. He's the Brooks Cross Country champion for 2025. He's the Utah State champ for 2025, and we're going to see him in Tallahassee at the World Cross Country this coming weekend. Thanks a lot,
Thank
Jackson.
you. Thanks for having me.